All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Glad you could join me today. I I might not seem my usual self today. They had to they had to medicate me and stuff, you know. Yeah, my neck's doing good, man. My neck's dude, my neck. Look at it. It's doing great. Yeah, Tarnus. I thought you said what the neck is happening, man. You almost made me laugh for a second there. So I wasn't sure if it was a good idea to stream today or not, but I saw GTA trailer 3 might be a thing. My acting? Oh, yo, Michael, thank you, bro. I yeah, I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous because I was talking to you guys yesterday about how ridiculous it would look if I had to come on the stream with a neck brace like this, dude. I mean, come on. But yes, I'm pretty messed up. They gave me I don't know what the hell they sent me home with. I forget, but they told me to take one every like 6 to 8 hours or some shit. But yeah, I probably should have had Mrs. MBG help me out on this stream today, not yesterday. Anyway, guys, you said PS6 report. Uh, are you on painkillers or are you acting for? Yo, why are you laughing at me, bro? What the fuck, yo? Why are you laughing at me? Oh, you think this is funny? You think this shit's funny? You gotta be kidding me, bro. What did they say about my neck? They say you broke your fucking neck, bro. Yo, this motherfucker laughing at me. I can't watch you like this. You know what? It ain't funny. Why me? All right. This is serious. Are you kidding me? You really think I could set my stream up like this? You really think I could have done all this, being hopped up and doped up? I listen. They did not send me home with that. They didn't send me home with the neck brace. All right. Oh, my neck is killing me though. It is killing me. They didn't send me home with the neck brace. That was actually given to me by my mother-in-law because she also has serious problems with her neck. The room is the wrong way around too. I really had to throw you guys off today. I really had to make sure in case I couldn't act the part. Just being overwhelmed by the room being on the opposite end. But I'll tell you guys what happened yesterday. I'm gonna try to do a regular episode of Press X podcast. We're gonna oh, thank you. You like the way the drums look? Thanks, man. We're gonna talk about some gaming related topics. He would, right? Gordon, you're saying Matt Cameron would be proud of your sub. He would. He would. I have his sticks in the other room too. Unfortunately, I have a little bit worse than a stiff neck. I did get checked out yesterday. They did give me medication. They did give me medication. What did they? Hold on, I have to adjust this. Oh, God. Sorry if I seem like, if you hear me like grunting and stuff. um, Nicodemus, what's up, man? Titus, you were very worried. I'm sorry, man. So, dude, you guys are gonna be lighting up the Discord, be like, "Mrs. MBG, come get your husband, man. He shouldn't be streaming." Michael was like, "You better keep this one. You better keep this one a little shorter today." Yeah. By the way, I have to ask you guys before I go any further, how is the audio quality? Is it good? Do I need to make any adjustments? Do you think it needs to be a little bit louder? Should I lower it a little bit? You were worried. Had you fooled for a minute? Audio's good. Sounds good. Okay. You were worried you didn't know if it was a joke or not. Yeah, why me was just laughing the whole time, bro. Real or not, he thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing on the inside too. Only because I knew. He had to have known. He had to have known. But guys, yeah, thank you for joining me today on this episode. Ray, thank you for that. Mrs. MBG would be disappointed in me. You were laughing with me. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll just give you guys an update on what the doctor said yesterday. So I did go to an urgent care to get checked out, and they clearly saw I was in a lot of pain, so they gave me for the pain or for the inflammation, I guess, and the pain, they gave me Toradol, which is just like, I don't know, I've never had it before. It was a shot in the arm, and I don't know. I think it did a little something. It helped a little bit. You can't get like, messed up on it or anything. Um, but they took X-rays and then they gave me a steroid shot. I don't know which steroid they gave me. That steroid's doing work though. Oh, what's up, Luna? I'll tell you right now, that steroid that they gave me is doing some work because I think that more than anything helped, like quite significantly. But I got the results of my X-ray back, and yeah, I'm on the juice, bro. And basically, they told me from my C3 to my C7, I have like degenerative disc disease. It seems. They weren't able to really determine quite the extent because, you know, it's just an X-ray, so I'll have to do further investigation. However, um, the doctor did tell me she thinks I might have a muscle tear, which I guess would be my rhomboid muscle in my back, which is pretty common, I guess, with people who have degenerative disc disease. Um, Not like a severe muscle tear, but like a slight one, a really bad pull potentially. And it seems like that's what's severely irritating the discs in my neck and causing like a massive flare up. So, um, you know, I have to just kind of take it easy and try my best not to make it any worse or re-injure myself. It could take a week, it could take 3 weeks, it could take a month. Just one of these things where I kind of have to wait and see. I am relieved to know that it's not anything much more serious, as far as we're aware. Because the pain got so bad at one point. I was like, dude, did I like break my neck and not know it? Um, so yeah, and I also want to tell you guys this before we start talking about any topics or anything like that. As you can see, I changed my setup again. I know it's basically like a joke on my channel at this point with how much I changed my setup. Um, I, this wasn't supposed to happen, but I tried moving my desk chair back in front of my desk and doing my normal setup, and I couldn't do it. I was having, I don't know how this is possible. I'm sitting in my desk chair. I'm sitting there. Sir Digital Dude, thank you. Yeah, I'll be sure to take that tip. Keep it in mind. Um, I don't know how this is possible, but I'm sitting at my desk and I'm trying to start recording a video, and the pain is just the worst it's been. I'm just sitting there
on my ergonomic desk chair. And I kept trying to like readjust myself and do everything I can, but the pain was severe, dude. And so I just said, screw it. I'm just going to change my setup to this and see how this works, see what happens. Um, but I was just quite shocked by that because when I woke up this morning, I was feeling quite a bit better. Again, I think mainly because of the steroids. The pain was definitely lowered a lot. But as soon as I sat at my desk, it almost makes me wonder. I don't know how, again, I do not know how this would be possible, but considering how bad that pain was getting by just sitting at that desk for like 15 minutes, makes me wonder if that's what the root cause of this is. Wayne's World. Yeah, there you go. Wayne's World. That's what it is. But it really got me thinking that, you know, maybe that is the root cause. Possibly. It's hard to say. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm just sitting there, right? And I'm talking. I, I don't know how that could. I just find it peculiar, though. You know, out of all the things I've done between standing up, walking around, moving around, even some very light lifting, to move stuff around, um, laying down, the worst pain I've gotten so far is just sitting at my desk. And I'm like, is it trying to tell me something? So, just as a precaution, I did this. I'll have to get a new desk eventually. Yeah, like a height one that like can automatically go up and go down. The good news is I can I can oh god. I can do this now, right? See? It's not all bad. I can I could do a standing stream, If I feel uncomfortable at all, I could just get up, try to do some stretches. So I don't know. Maybe this is the way to go. Do a backflip, yeah, off the desk. Dude, the ceiling, I would definitely. Well, first off, I don't backflip. But if I did, I would hit the ceiling. All right, let me come back here. MBG standing before GTA 6. Did that GTA 6 trailer drop yet? Don't overdo it. Yeah, I got to be careful. Getting up and walking around. Nah, but truthfully, sitting on this sofa and kind of leaning back helps the most. Is the pain worse than having 4 kidney stones? I've had a bunch of kidney stones throughout my life. I mean, I'll be honest, like yesterday, or not yesterday, I think it was the day before, it was worse. Yeah, it was worse. So as you can, I'm like, even though I'm still in pain today, I'm very grateful that I'm not in that much pain because that was unbearable. I definitely should have been on something at that point. But kidney stones are horrible too. Definitely horrible. Anyway, yes, Press X podcast. We are going to be talking. It's so strange. It's like relaxed. How am I supposed to rant like this? I guess when I gotta get in rant mode, I'll just get up real close here. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to enable this while I'm streaming, but I had. Let me see if it'll let me. Let me know if my camera stops working. Check this out. I can do this. Hey, oh, son of a bitch. What's up?
All right, it's not gonna zoom in. I look like a weirdo. Look what I could do.
Michael, bro. Oh. Shout out to Mad TV. I think it. Geez. Okay. Well, what's up, guys? Mr. Benidorm, what's up? Guys, we got that auto MBG zoom in before GTA 6. I'm not a pervert. That zoom in looked like the deep thought skit. It's a bit intense, right? Like I can okay. Can't lean like that. So if I gotta like rant, you know? You hope my neck recovers before GTA 6? I hope so too, dude. Well, that's not too. That's a pretty good camera angle right there. Even better one right here. I knew I would, dude. I was like, we're gonna have topics today, guys. We're gonna have top. Meanwhile, I'm just over here being like, check my zoom in out. Look at my zoom in. Isn't that so cool? How do I get it like even closer? I'm sorry. Oh god. I'm picking the worst time to do this. I'm stopping this. I'm stopping this. It's going haywire. Back to normal. All right, let me see. We could do. Huh? Huh? We'll stick to default. All right. It's not the meds. I swear, it's not. All right. Let's get this show on the road. All right. I just have to make a couple of adjustments right here. We should be good to go. Guys, do me a favor. Take a moment, hit that like button. I really appreciate it. You know what I'm gonna have to get though? Really quick, I'm gonna have to get one of those little like pull-in desks or something so I can put my mouse and keyboard. We'll see how this goes. I gotta get the look what I can do Stuart soundbite. I do. So guys, I want to start with the GTA 6 trailer number 3. But I also want to talk about how apparently we found out that Sony did in fact secure the marketing rights to GTA 6, which isn't shocking, but still a pretty big deal, I would say, to actually get confirmation of this. Because a lot of people were unsure if there was going to be a GTA 6 like PlayStation 5 marketing cycle. It was there with GTA 5, it was there with GTA 5 for PS5, uh PS4, I mean it was there for PS3, 4 and 5. So last 3 generations. But prior to that, GTA 4 was with Xbox, with the Xbox 360. But then, well, I'm going backwards. Prior to that, GTA San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 3, all marketed, as well as the PlayStation Vita and PSP games, all marketed with PlayStation. Did my chat freeze or something? Because the only thing I see is bro Bros hopped up on goofballs. Really? Is there like no hype for GTA? What's going on? Is the hype for GTA what is this? Nicodemus, so I'm not going to talk. I know what you're referring to. I'm not going to talk about that because it's spoiler territory. Um, all I can really say to that dude is I just I'm in disagreement with a lot of people on this one. You know, I think that there's just too many things that are so good about Saros that like I don't know. I just can't agree. Um, you feel little hype until something actually happens. Well, Matt York, there's a lot of rumors going around right now that trailer 3 is dropping today. I don't know where they came from. There seems to be no source of this. I think the potential source might be Grove Street Games. They posted on Twitter that today is going to be like a massive day, like a monumental day, something huge is happening. And the weird thing about it is they don't have any association with Rockstar anymore. So they seem honestly like the last ones that should be used as a potential source. Sources trust me, bro. Exactly. How far am I in Saros? I'm 10 hours in. I haven't been able to play as much as I wanted to for obvious reasons with my neck here, but I think I just entered biome 3 now. So I plan to get some more playtime in the coming days, of course, but I'm really really enjoying it. I really am. It's interesting because there are definitely aspects of it that feel so different from Returnal. Like there are certain aspects of Returnal that I actually did like better. MBG, hope you get better soon. Are you going to have an in-depth Sorrows discussion anytime soon? Hopefully. I can't tell you when exactly we'll be doing that because I don't know how long it's going to take me to beat it. I don't know if I want to do like a just a simple review discussion, a spoiler review discussion, or if I want to do like a full in-depth. What the hell is that noise? Oh, sorry. That really freaked me out. Yo, I need to ask you guys this. Do you hear music right now? Let me know if you're hearing music at all. No? That's wild. Do you know how wild that is? I have a sound bar 4 feet away from me. 4 feet away from me, and I'm playing music through it. Ray, you can hear it a little bit, just a little bit. Interesting. It's got some Buckethead playing in the background. Just the Friends music. Um, but yeah, at some point I would like to do a full in-depth discussion on Saros. I'm really enjoying it. MVP Moss, you're saying I haven't run into the issues people are calling out. I just want to keep playing to see what people are talking about. I think people are way overreacting, to be honest. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinions, of course. It's I can't really talk about it because it gets into spoiler territory, and I'm not going to spoil anything. But all I can say is because I've had aspects of the game spoiled for me as well. And the number one thing I want to say is I just think people are messed up for spoiling it to begin with. I really think people are messed up doing that, where it's like just let people play the game, let people enjoy it. there's nothing worse than people spoiling it and trying to frame it as I'm helping you. It's like you're just being you're looking for an excuse to be an a-hole is what you're doing. People shouldn't be spoiling new games that just came out like that. Like so egregiously. You know what I mean? Where it's like the game wasn't even out for 2 days and you're seeing the you know the mob is already coming out. You wonder if it's out of context. It probably is. Um, Again, I can't say anything about it. I know why people are getting upset. I can't speak on it because it is a direct spoiler. But um, here's what I'll say. I do have to lower that a little bit. I do think that when you play a video game like Soros or any single player story driven game for that matter, and I think The Last of Us Part 2 kind of taught me this lesson. It took a long time for me to figure this out. But when I go into a game that's going to be anywhere a single player game, it's anywhere between 15 to 35 hours long, give or take, right? It varies. I always try to keep in mind that there's so many aspects that make up a singular video game. And for the longest time, I let one aspect of like The Last of Us Part 2 ruin my view of that game. And after sticking with it for a while, years, thinking about it, going back and replaying it. Okay, Clark. I don't know if I don't know what he just did. Uh you set up bound to be some issues. I have no idea what he just did. Uh okay. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna put that over here. Bad Clark. Now I don't know where to keep my I guess I'll keep the keyboard here. Anyway, I'm just what I'm trying to say here is that after replaying a game like The Last of Us Part 2 numerous times over, going to get the platinum and, just continuing to process it over the years, I came to the conclusion that it's totally okay. And this goes for any media. It doesn't just have to be for video games, but I'm mainly just talking about video games here. You can love one aspect of a game and hate another. You can thoroughly enjoy one aspect of a game and get no enjoyment out of another. And that's totally fine. I think the problem the problem with the Soros spoilers and the way people are acting about it, in my opinion, is I genuinely believe that people who are preventing themselves or stopping themselves from trying this game or playing this game, knowing it's such a gameplay heavy title, due to that particular aspect of the title. And I genuinely mean this. I feel as though they're doing themselves a disservice. Where it's like there's so much about this game you'd probably like or love, but you're choosing to uh, keep that completely out of your life due to one particular detail that I think it's perfectly fine if you don't like it, you know? If there's a particular detail about Soros that's like, yeah, I don't like that. That's okay. You don't have to like everything about it, you know? You don't have to like everything about any game. And I just think that more people would probably benefit from going into any form of media that they're even remotely interested in with that type of mindset where not everything is going to hit all the time. It's not going to hit it 100%. And, the ratios could be off. You can, if you play a game and you enjoyed 40% of it, but didn't enjoy 60% of it, I mean, you could understand why somebody would walk away just being like, yeah, I didn't like that game. But at least there would still be those aspects that you could say you enjoyed. And I guess when it comes to Soros, everything I've experienced so far has been incredible. Um, I'm not exaggerating that. The gameplay, the environments, the graphical detail, the story they're trying to tell, the acting. Um, there are certain story segments in between. If you played Returnal, you kind of know what I'm talking about. The ambiguity, the intensity of it. It's just there's so many amazing aspects to it that I just feel bad seeing people, you know, choosing to, they see a video on YouTube or they see a post on Twitter and they're just like, yeah, yeah, garbage. It's not trash. And it's like, that's a shame. And I mean that, because it's like even when I encounter again, I feel like The Last of Us Part 2 is probably the best game to reference here where you guys know how I feel about The Last of Us Part 2. I'm not going to go down that road again. But when I encounter like the most intense hater that's like I hate this game. Naughty Dog is completely ruined, trash, dumpster fire game. I can't listen to that person because I'm like, you're only seeing one part of this game. And you're allowing that singular part of that game to define the entirety of your feelings on it. To where the only thing you're capable of saying is this game is bad and trash. Nothing beyond that. And if you do go beyond that, again, you're probably only focusing on one aspect of the game. And I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that because to me that is I I put that in the category of you just don't want to play this game. This game doesn't interest you. Because I'll tell you what, when it comes to playing games, man, while I may be disappointed sometimes with some of the experiences or some of the stories perhaps that are told or some of the characters or whatever, when I'm interested in playing a game, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. It's like even looking at something like Horizon Forbidden West. I think that story went a little bit off the rails at the end. And then there was the DLC, of course, but it's like, am I going to be interested in playing Horizon 3? Absolutely. Am I going to go into a game like Horizon 3 automatically assuming that this is going to be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, best game I ever played, or I'm going to enjoy every aspect of this title? Honestly, no. And I'm prepared for that, and I'm okay with that. It'd be great if it turned out to be all those things, but yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm sure a lot of you guys here probably already, unfortunately, did encounter spoilers unintentionally. Why me? You're saying nobody can't say Sony's studios don't have an agenda. I mean, I can agree to a certain extent, and we've talked about that, where I've always argued that balance is probably the way to go, but I've also made an even bigger argument that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. My problem with the people who are getting this upset about Soros, again, without, if you want to go look into it yourself and find out what we're talking about, go ahead. Do not spoil anything or I will have to ban you. I really do not want to do that. But I've always said it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I've always said that it's fine to have an agenda because at the end of the day, everybody has an agenda, and that's fine. If you want to, take aspects of that agenda and put it into your art, I'm okay with that too. That's a completely normal thing, but you have to do it carefully. You have to do it with nuance. You have to do it, um, in a way that's not trying to just dump something on somebody's head. And the reason why I'm getting so frustrated with the people who are spoiling Soros and saying certain things about it is it's like this is the epitome of a game doing it with nuance, doing it, letting it unfold naturally, letting it kind of weave its, weave its way in and out without being weird about it. And to me, it's just proof that like the people who were getting this upset about it, it was never like there is no pleasing them. There is no winning with them. They're on the opposite side of the spectrum where it's like the very thing you claim to hate, you're probably just as bad because you're all the way on the extreme other end. And there is no compromise under any circumstances. There can be no meeting in the middle. And that's what bothers me, is there are certain things you could point out, I think, with other games and other studios that, yeah, one could argue, well, that's not very subtle. One could argue that that seems a bit, you know, like it's kind of like putting in your face a bit. And I get that. But from what I've seen of Sorrow so far, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like, I love the psychological aspect of it. I love the idea of like, there's something going on within this guy's mind, and there's things you don't quite know yet. And when you find out, it's going to change your entire perspective on it. And it might change your feelings on it, sure. But, you know, I think everything I've encountered so far, it's living up to what I had hoped. So I'll just keep it at that because I don't want anything to get spoiled. You're saying, Daniel, you're saying some spoilers are AI, not real people who beat it. Confirmed. Yeah, I know that too. Yeah, that's something else. Um, well, I mean, the drum man. Arguably, I can't let it unfold naturally now because certain aspects have been spoiled for me. But what I will say is that you're going to play some now, Robert. Nice. What I will say is that yes, it has been proven that some of the most vocal people, of course, shocker, sit down, right? Or stand up, I should say. Um, People who are pushing this the most aggressively and the people who are being the most vocal about this, they're not playing the game. It's been proven that some of it has been manipulated through, with like AI imagery, and it's manufactured is what it is. It's manufactured. I'm not even trying to be defensive. There's nothing to be defensive. In my opinion, there is nothing to defend. The game is great. And I think the fact that we are seeing people, I've tried to explain this before. There are accounts, YouTubers, influencers, whatever, where they literally their livelihood depends on making sure that there's something to target any given week. And if they don't have that, then they're going to have to work a little bit harder to find it. And that's when you start to see the manufacturing. They are not picky, is what I'm trying to say. They will find some legitimate stuff that's like, yeah, that probably does deserve to be called out. We should keep an eye on that. There could be something going on here. But once that starts to slip, once they can't find that, because always got to feed the machine, then they'll reach at the bottom of they'll find anything. And to me, that's why I don't listen to those people anymore. That's why I don't care what they have to say anymore. They have no influence on me anymore because I know I know your agenda. And I wish more people would wake up to that and realize that their agenda is to just make as much money rage baiting as they possibly can. And speaking to a very specific group of people and telling them exactly what they want to hear, not occasionally, day in and day out, every single day. And I have no respect for that. It's like, I just can't stand the idea of A, telling people what they want to hear for your own gain, and then B, going out of your way to manufacture stuff so you can continue to do that. To me, that's pretty low, to be honest. And yeah, well, nothing to do with it. So everything was made up about this game? I don't think so. MVG manufacturing, that's cope. I'm not trying to be rude, but you are doing what you said you can't stand. No, no, no. I'm not saying everything is made up. I'm warning people that there are some things out there that are being made up. There are truths out there too. I'm not manufacturing anything. I'm calling something for what it is. It's not the game. I'm calling the game what I believe it is, which is a good video game. I'm calling out the so-called content creators and influencers. And I don't feel the need to name them because honestly, I don't care that much. It's not my problem. You know, it's not my problem. They're going to continue to do what they do. They don't care about this game. They don't care about PlayStation. They don't care about any of that. They don't care about any of that, dude. So that's why I don't care enough to really delve all the way into the weeds with it. But I'm just calling out. I just want people to be aware that like there's a reason they're latched on to Soros. There's a reason why most of the people, if not all of the people who have played Soros, said they liked it. There's a reason why. And I'm not just talking about games journalists. There's a reason why. That reason doesn't exist to those individuals because they do not care. So, all I can tell you guys at the end of the day, make your own decisions, make up your own mind. If you had interest in Soros and you saw some random leaks or, got your info from somebody who was clearly never going to play the game in the first place and you want that to determine whether you're going to buy it and play it, that's on you. I'm not making any money on this game. I'm not Housemark. I am rooting for Housemark. I want to see them succeed. I think they're a very talented studio. But that's their job to sell the game, not mine. All I can say is that I've put 10 hours into it. I've been playing it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, man. And if you liked Returnal, I would find it difficult to believe you wouldn't enjoy this game too. Muscle wound rage baiter. Mini Tom, what's up, man? State of play is looming. State of play is coming probably at the end of May, early June. You also said you haven't made it to the end yet, and also say there's nothing to it. Well, here's the thing. When I complete the game, I'll tell you this right now. Even if for some reason I beat Soros and the ending is like, oh my God, this is awful, which I doubt it. But if that happens, I'll at least know the first half of the game was awesome. If the second, I'll put it to you this way. I go into games like movies, right? I know that when I watch a movie, there's multiple acts, and there's a chance, specifically with the third act, I might not like it. That's happened. I'm sure we've all been there, especially with like horror movies or thriller movies, where the first act, the second act, the journey to the end is incredible, and then the ending just, it's like what happened. Or it could be just immensely so disappointing that you're like, man, that almost ruined the movie, but not quite. But that's why I'm saying like people I think need to open their minds a little bit, especially knowing that video games are long form content, right? That's why I'm saying like Soros is not like a 2 hour experience. It's like a 12 to 15 to 20 plus hour experience. If people could go into video games accepting that sometimes the journey is just as if not more valuable than the destination. Endings are important. Conclusions are absolutely important. But I just don't understand why people are so intense with video games specifically, where it's like, if anything, video games should demand that more, than movies or music or, I guess I can't really say books because, books are, I consider that long form content as well. But Will we see sales numbers for Soros at the upcoming investor meeting? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I would be a little bit nervous if Sony doesn't talk about it at all, but I don't know. Sony, they're very picky and choosy about when they want to talk about games. Tarnished. Look at the shock on my face. Shocking. Um, Carl, what is going on, bro? So did trailer 3 drop yet or what? Has Sucker Punch announced their next project? No, definitely not yet. It's probably going to be a good while till we hear from Sucker Punch. But you say Hellblade 2 is bad, but like the story. Well, if you're bringing up Hellblade, I could be much more forgiving. So Hellblade, I will tell you, the interesting thing about Hellblade is it's the opposite, but in the most extreme instance. I enjoyed the destination of Hellblade 2. I liked the way that game ended. I thought it was cool, where all the characters came together. You saw the conclusion. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was like, yeah, this is epic, man. Like I'm feeling this. It's pretty much the entire journey to that I'm like, oh man, like this is, even though it's short, I'll give it that. It's short. So it doesn't drag on too much. But even within that 4 to 5 hours, it's like it's lacking so much depth in the gameplay department to a degree that I'm like, oh, this is. I really had hoped for so much more. And so Hellblade is an example. Hellblade 2 is an example of a game where I like the story, I like the characters, I enjoyed the ending, but every other aspect to it, I didn't enjoy. And so because of that, it ultimately felt, when I kind of like divided up, I felt disappointed in it. Where I'm like, I can't say this was a good game for me. I can say I enjoyed the conclusion. I can say the story was interesting, but there were just too many other areas of the game that left me feeling like, come on, man. Like I can't deny I expected so much more. That's why with Saros, like unless starting with Biome 3 and 4, it just falls off a cliff, I am assuming that I'm gonna walk away from Saros. I'm assuming I'm gonna enjoy 100% of it. But as I get further into it, I'm like, if there's anything that's gonna pop out of nowhere that I don't enjoy, that's probably gonna make up 10 to 25% of the game at most. At most. And that's pushing it. So this is kind of how my mind is when I go into games now. Yeah, I don't think trailer number 3 is dropping today, guys, for GTA 6. Oh, I see what you're doing there, Carl. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think they're dropping trailer number 3. You're only at Biome 3. You're in for a wild ride. Yeah, I enjoyed the first two, man. Boss battles were good. Uh, I took longer to beat Biome 2 than I expected. I kind of got worked. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, do me a favor. If you are enjoying the stream, please take a moment, hit that like button. We're sitting at 98 likes, 2 more and we hit 100. If you want to support this channel, this content, and this community directly, there are a couple of ways in which you can do that. You can become a channel member and you can support me directly. We are going to be bringing members content back. So if you are a channel member, please look forward to that members content, probably starting this month. And if you're not a member, consider it. Um, Gift memberships. We hit 25. I got the cat tower right next to me. Can reach right over, feed the beast. Super chats, direct donations. These are all ways in which you can support the channel directly. Thank you to everybody who does. Simply could not do it without you. Who's Grove Street Games? They are a development studio. They did the Grand Theft Auto remaster trilogy or whatever, but they did such a bad job that Rockstar basically like disowned them and has nothing to do with them now. So, Mr. B, you're saying you find Soros gameplay more difficult than Returnal, but Soros has systems to make it more forgiving. Yeah, I was surprised how many times I died to that second boss, dude. But I feel like I'm definitely getting better. We have a top shelf gaming with a super chat. Thank you, buddy. He says, I'm loving Soros, but if I make it to the end and it's true that the guy gets cucked, I'm gonna be pissed because it happened to me, bro. I'm still fuming from it, MBG. Um, yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think people. I'm sorry that that happened to you, Top Shelf Gaming. I'll leave it at that. What is he talking about? What, bro? What's Top Shelf Gaming talking about, bro? It's crazy to me that I'm not getting into it. That's bait. Top Shelf Gaming. That's bait. Did I see a doctor yet? Yeah, I got checked yesterday. I think I have a muscle tear in my rhomboid and some disc issues in my neck. All right. But Top Shelf Gaming, I do appreciate the super chat, bro. Easy there. Easy there. All right, so talking about GTA 6, I have a report here from Push Square, and it says Sony seems to have secured a marketing deal for GTA 6 if a new Bloomberg article from journalist Jason Schreier is to be believed. In an interview with Take Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, the executive is quizzed on the decision to initially launch GTA 6 on just PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, assumedly leaving a PC version for later. According to Schreier, Zelnick said the window of console exclusivity was not related to the company's marketing deal with PlayStation maker Sony Group. That's in quotes. Marketing partnerships aren't something that are traditionally announced by a company. You usually see them happen in the flesh as trailers promote a specific console at the end. However, given the importance of GTA 6's release to the games industry as a whole, chatter surrounding its marketing plans have been far more prominent than any other game. Rockstar has confirmed it will start in the summer ahead of, or that marketing will start in the summer ahead of the release date that is planned for November 19th. On the subject of prioritizing PS5 and Xbox Series X and S over PC, Strauss Zelnick explained that it's all about serving its core customers first. Quote, Rockstar always starts on console because I think with regard to a release like that, you're judged by serving the core, like really serving a core customer or consumer. If your core consumer isn't there, if you're not served first and best, you kind of don't hit your other consumers. End quote. So that's an official quote from Strauss Zelnick. My God, bro just threw PC under the bus. He just obliterated PC players who play GTA. But I mean, it's not surprising, to be honest. So PlayStation's the GOAT. Well, dude, if you look at the history of Grand Theft Auto, man, it's also nonsense. It's for double dips. I mean, probably. I do think there is some truth to it, though, to be honest. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you look at the history of Grand Theft Auto, I think it's pretty undeniable that they have they have always really pushed this game on PlayStation, right? They've pushed the Grand Theft Auto series with the PS2, the PS4, the PSP. I think the was there any? I don't think there was. I think just the PSP. I don't think they had a GTA on the Vita. They pushed it with the PS5. The only time where they didn't was with GTA 4, where Microsoft paid an ungodly amount of money to secure the marketing rights. Ironically, they went to Xbox first with GTA 3, and Xbox said no. Absolutely insane decision making on Microsoft's part there. But but we just got that leaked data, you know? You'll probably cave twice. That's what they're hoping for. Exactly, Titus. That's what they're hoping for. We did just get that leaked data though that showed where Grand Theft Auto Online is making its money. It's making the lion's share of its money on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Mostly on PlayStation 5, but PlayStation 4, you know, bringing in a respectable like 1.8 million or something a week. Um Under that is Xbox, but it's lowered by a significant margin. PlayStation's making like 5 million a week for GTA Online. Xbox is making like 1.8, I think, 1.6 or something like that. And then PC was making like under 800K. So I think if what he's saying here is like basically we're just trying to go where our most like our biggest spenders are, kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Kind of makes sense. But yeah, you definitely don't want to leave PC out with a game like GTA 6. Definitely not. The marketing pushes hardware and more sales, which means Sony will get the biggest piece of the pie on microtransactions for the next 15 years. Nicodemus, that's crazy, bro. That's insane. I mean, maybe you're telling the truth. That's wild. That's I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That's crazy. Damn. Why would they go to Microsoft's Xbox now? The console's tanking big time. Well, because I mean, dude, if you look at that leaked data, even though the Xbox One didn't sell well and the Xbox Series consoles didn't sell well, I mean, look, man, it's still raking in like millions of dollars a week, you know? So, and they probably sold like on Xbox Series, they probably sold at least like 10 to 15 million copies of GTA 5. That's like just one of those games. I can post the receipt pics in Discord. You know, I mean, you could do that if you want, Nicodemus. You don't have to. I think that's kind of extreme, bro. I mean, you're free to do what you want, but I think trading in your PS5. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, Nick. I think you've been planning this for a while, and I think you were just looking for the final tipping point where it's like, all right, here we go. I got an excuse now, and that's fine. That's fine, but it's intense. See that? So see what you're doing, Sony? Is Lego Batman getting moved up? I just got an update from Amazon saying mine should arrive on 5/20. I actually don't know about that. I'm not sure. I mean, dude, listen, if Sony has the marketing, I mean, they do. Sony has the marketing rights to GTA 6. That's going to be, I don't know, man. I think that's going to be colossal for for the PS5 and especially the PS5 Pro. I just don't see how it can't be. Oh man. Bad time to build a PC, buy or build a PC. I think Nicodemus already has one. He's probably good. Yeah, people were clowning on me on Twitter yesterday. Surprise, surprise, because I said the next GTA trailer could show up. It could show up at the next state of play. And, you know, people were telling me like no chance, that's not happening, man. That's not happening and I mean, I get it. I get why people don't believe it, but I think it's more of a possibility than some might realize. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Rockstar has kind of done their own thing for a while now, so I just kind of leave it up in the air. You don't take kindly to being misled if games are going to put those agendas in their games, then it should come with a disclaimer. Oh, dude, Nick, I think that's crazy. I'm sorry, bro. That's crazy. A disclaimer? That's wild. That's wild, man. But teach their own. Teach their own. Anything new on the PS6 handheld? Well, we do have a report about the PlayStation 6, but a trigger warning. But we're gonna get to that in a little bit. We're gonna get to that in a little bit. Sony's going full steam ahead with AI neural rendering for PS6. Rockstar's going to get 100% of the shark coins, by the way. It's in their terms of service. Wait. No, that can't be true. Necron, are you saying that they're getting 100% of the revenue? I don't think so. Sony would not be okay with that. Sony would say no. I did go to the doctor, yes. I went yesterday. I have a muscle tear in my rhomboid muscle back here, which is I think what's causing the majority of the pain. Um, but I have some disc irritation as well going down my neck. Probably one caused the other. It's a chicken and egg situation. Trailer 3 is not today. I don't think so. No, Necron. The reason why I don't believe that is because Sony literally wouldn't let that happen. They would tell Rockstar, you're not putting GTA. You're not selling GTA 6 on the PlayStation Store. And I know that sounds crazy, but keep in mind who is Sony's biggest customer, or who is Rockstar's biggest moneymaker. It is PlayStation. So, could Rockstar negotiate? You know, we want to. We only want to give you a 10% cut. Maybe they might be able to get away with something like that. Yeah, I'm going to be following up with my primary caretaker and probably have to get some more scans done and go a little bit more in, go deeper and see what's really going on here. But that's why I switched my setup. I'm trying to sit. I can't sit forward, man. It hurts too much. mm. Well, I appreciate you not spoiling it, Nicodemus. Yeah, that's fine. Hey man, I'm live and let live. Do your thing. Everybody should just do their thing. Whatever's gonna make you happy, whatever's gonna make you feel okay, as long as it's not hurting, somebody directly or destroying their property or something. Activision tried to do an 80-20 cut with Call of Duty and failed. Yeah, I think Sony has more leverage than Rockstar right now. I mean that. Because think about this, right? Like, if you look at the breakdown of that leaked data, where's Rockstar gonna go? You know what Rockstar could do? They could partner with a hardware manufacturer, not Microsoft, but I don't know. Like, they could make their own console called the Rockstar Box, the Rock Box, and GTA 6 will be a Rock Box exclusive. Take that, Sony. Take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Sony. They could do it. They probably have. But why would they? The theft box. Why would they do that? Hit him with the rock box bars. Rockstar should go Project Helix only. Well, that's the thing. They would still have to give a cut. That's what I'm saying. They make their own console. They get 100% of it. You know, to be honest, they could do. I wonder if they know they could do that and get away with it. They won't because logistically it probably doesn't make sense. But they Rockstar or Take Two Interactive could make their own console and make their games exclusive to. God, sorry, I don't know why I'm belting. Damn steroids making me burp. It's the coffee. Oh, dude, there you go. Bring the rock back out again and present it. Oh, you think they should bring the rock back for Helix? Present it like the original Xbox? That would be amazing. They won't do that, though. Well, maybe they would. I don't know. They could. Well, that's the thing. When we talk about GTA 6 and the marketing rights being on PlayStation, I mean, let's be honest, guys. This thing is going to shine on the PS5 Pro. I mean, it's going to shine no matter where it is. It's GTA 6, but it's just interesting to me that Sony's going to have this leverage across the entire industry, where it's like we have the most consoles out there. You know, when it comes to this game, the consoles, between Xbox and PlayStation, we're probably going to have like close to 100 million consoles out on the market by the time GTA 6 comes out. Xbox probably, again, anywhere between 28 and 35 million, give or take. Why am I moving stuff around with the injury? Yeah, I won't lie, man. Like, I think I, I've been very careful. I've been very, very careful, but I'm hoping I didn't make a mistake. I think the steroids may have made me feel a little too powerful. I didn't do any heavy lifting or anything though. Just, like this sofa, for example, I literally moved it with my leg. Like I just literally pushed it. So don't worry if you don't see me tomorrow, we'll know. We'll know. But no, man, I don't know, dude. I can't. I was so you don't even know how upset I was. I like practically raged. What kind of steroids? I don't know. I didn't ask them. They said it was something potent though. They gave me something potent. Um, dude, I was like, yeah, I was having like weird. I was like sweating. Heart rate was up. I was like feeling really hot. I'm like, what's going on? I'm ready to go. When do you personally think the next GTA trailer will drop? I mean, I could see it being this month. I don't think it's going to be today though. Today just feels too random. It just feels too, you know, it just feels too spontaneous, to be honest. No, I don't think it'll be at Summer Game Fest. I don't think it'll be at State of Play. I don't think it'll be at Summer Game Fest. I think it's going to be somewhere in the vicinity, maybe. That would be funny. They'll drop the trailer on May 26th, the previous release date. That's a good idea, actually. It's pretty clever. I could see that working. 512 or 526. Well, let me go see if there's any updates on this. Check here. Asian needle ant spreads stealthily across 20 US states. What the hell's an Asian needle ant? Should I be concerned? Dude, I'm not seeing anything about GTA. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, hold on. We got some Xbox news, though, because there's always Xbox news. There's a rumor. Who's the source of this rumor? CNBC. Oh, Wow, that's random. We have a CNBC sourced Microsoft report. Microsoft Xbox CEO Asha Sharma told employees in a Tuesday memo that she's appointing new leaders as the software company looks to return its video games unit to growth. We need to evolve how we work and how we are organized across our platform, Sharma wrote in a memo viewed by CNBC. Right now, it is too hard to ship impact quickly. We spend too much time inward instead of with the community, and we lack the depth we need in some of the fundamentals. Last week, Microsoft reported its fourth gaming revenue decline in the past 6 quarters. Satya Nadella, Microsoft CEO, said the company is trying to win back fans of Xbox. And Bing search engine. What? Okay, Bing. Wow, haven't heard about that in a long time. Marvel's Wolverine. Yeah, I'm a little bit better. I'm still in quite a bit of pain, to be honest, but the pain isn't as bad. It's more tolerable. How many consoles do I think? Big leadership changes, some coming from AI Core. Is that confirmed? Have you seen the new trailer for Horizon Hunter's Gathering? No, I didn't even know there was a new trailer out. I saw that there's like a play test coming up. They're gonna come for you, Nicodemus. They're coming for you, bro. I'm just trying to see if there's any. Yeah, there doesn't. I'm gonna be honest, man. There doesn't seem to be a single source to the GTA trailer number 3. It's been reported she's hiring an Xbox reputation manager. That's interesting. Very interesting. What I find interesting about what Asha Sharma is saying is that she's taking an approach that I don't disagree with. But I'm curious to see how it plays out and how much of it is actually talk versus how much of it is actually going to come to fruition and be consequential. MBG 116 likes slash 266 dislikes for the new Horizon Hunter's Gathering trailer. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure that game's going to be a hit. Certainly. It's going to be a next big hit. What are they doing? Like, I can't. Every time, dude, now that starts to trigger me. Because it's like, to be clear, I traded in my games, not the console. I'll get GTA. I ain't savage. Oh, okay, Nicodemus. All right, that's fine. I thought you also traded in your PlayStation 5, bro. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, hold me back. I'll check out I'll check out the new Horizon trailer. Um dude, I'm just so flabbergasted that I wonder why they're going through with it. That's what I don't understand. Is why are they going through with it? Where it's like, dude, why are you doing this to yourselves? You know? Oh, thanks, Robert. I appreciate that, man. Maybe he was yanking our chain, D'Angelo. Well, I'll check out the Horizon Hunters Gathering thing in just a minute here. But before I do, I just wanted to finish my thought with Xbox and Asha Sharma. I mean, I do want to say that she she might be, the right person if what she's saying ends up, if it ends up playing out the way I'm picturing in my mind, where she seems to be very, very aggressive in starting with the core founding fans, where like, and honestly, you could argue this is taking a page out of Sony's playbook. It sounds like she's basically going to be getting ready to do what Sony did year 2 or 3 of the PlayStation 3, where Sony realized, oh my God, like this is going to die. It's dying now. Like we have to save this. And they bet on talking more directly to the fans, rallying the fans, really, building that up to the point where they got, you guys remember Kevin Butler? Is that who it was? Like it was a fake Sony executive where they almost try to make it seem like the executives are, I don't know how to explain it, like they're just that in touch. But it worked. It worked so well. And Sony carried that into the PS4 generation. And that's, now they're too good for that apparently. But this is where I do think that fundamentally she is starting at the best possible place, where it's like if you really are serious, like this isn't some kind of rug pull type situation where psych, just kidding, we're just lying to the fans or just getting their hopes up. We're actually just going to AIify everything and we don't care. We're sunsetting this. We're wrapping it up. If it is serious, then I do think this is the way to go. We're like, yeah, you have to understand that any chance you may have starts with the fans, and make them happy first. Make them really happy. Make them as happy as you possibly can. Watch it start to grow, you know? Uh, that's just how it works. It builds momentum, it builds trust, it builds camaraderie, but it's got to be real. It can't be bullshit. If it's BS, then it's just simply not going to work. And people will at some point see right through it. I think what Sony was doing with the PS3 was not BS. I think a lot of what they were doing with the PS4 was not BS. I think it was all real. And, I think that's why once the leadership shifts happened and Sony got really successful with PlayStation, I'm not saying there isn't BS, but there's anything. Like, there is no fanfare anymore. No fanfare is better than BS fanfare, I will admit. But this is where, she maybe has identified. She maybe has identified that this is an area where Sony's lacking. And granted, they're fine. Like, regardless of how little fanfare Sony's doing, they're doing great. That's just the honest to God truth. That's not me saying that as a fan. That's just me just making an observation. But I do think that, if she ends up finding some level of success, building Xbox back up, leveraging this fundamental approach, Sony might pay attention. Mustafa, member for 31 months. Thank you for that, buddy. He says if Asha don't work on the games being 10 out of 10, her work will be in vain. Yeah. She did mention in that email apparently they need to work on the fundamentals. I'll tell you this. It's cool everything she's saying and doing. Um really trying to rally the fans. I have no problem with that. I'm not paying that much attention because it's not meant to speak to me. But what I am most curious about is if she has identified that it is that kind of higher level prestige that both Sony and Nintendo have achieved in this particular space that Microsoft, I think, did achieve at a certain time but completely lost it since then. Where it's like You gonna get back to that? And if so, how are you gonna do it? Because that's the part that Phil couldn't get right, Don Matrick couldn't get right. I mean, who was in charge at the launch of the Xbox 360? Maybe it was like Peter Moore. Maybe he got it right to a degree. He had some kind of idea. Oh yeah, the official Call of Duty Twitter account confirmed that Call of Duty is not coming to the PS4. Good news. Call of Duty's not going to be available on last gen. There was a rumor that it was going to be, so they nixed that real quick. They're losing Microsoft money. They're bringing back Crunch, baby. We need Xbox to compete. I'm not against it. I'm far from against it, dude. Like this is why I do want to see exclusives come back. Like, dude, I'm looking at Forza Horizon 6 and I'm like, this game's gonna be a banger. Like this game's probably gonna be in the high 90s, dude, or mid 90s. And that's a game, dude. I literally saw the how it was announced that it went gold, and here's how it's going to perform on the Series X, the Series S. Here are the PC requirements, and I'm like, just thinking to myself, I literally would buy and play this game either on my PC or I would buy an Xbox for it if I didn't know it was coming to PS5. You know, and I don't mean that like some kind of shady exclusivity where we're secretly going to bring it to PS5 later. I mean just I know it's coming to PS5. I mean, they told me, but even if they didn't tell me, I would look around and say, yes, I know it's coming to PS5. It's why I'm not, unless they say, this is where I think Asha Sharma has more work cut out for her than maybe she does realize it, but it's like maybe the fans don't realize. Unless she says Gears of War E Day is a permanent Xbox exclusive, unless she says that, I'm not getting an Xbox for that game. I'm going to assume even if they don't mention PS5, it's coming over at some point. 6 months, maybe a year. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say because look at how they've been doing things for the past 2 to 3 years. So if they really are planning on trying to win buyers into the Xbox ecosystem through exclusivity, they have to be explicit about it. They can't just kind of be like, well, because Phil tried to do that with Starfield and Bethesda games, and it didn't work out well. You have to be clear and concise. It's either an Xbox exclusive or it's not. Which is it? And if they can't answer a simple yes or no question, is it a permanent Xbox exclusive? Yes or no? Or a full? They don't have to use the word permanent. They're not going to use the word permanent. Is it a full Xbox exclusive? It's not coming to other consoles. If they can say yes to that, then you win buyers. Then you convince people. But I don't know, man. She's starting to acknowledge the other side of it, which is the side that hasn't disappeared, where yes, they have to return to profit. That's true, Mustafa, but I don't know. I had played Forza Horizon 4 on Xbox and I got every achievement, and I guess I don't know. I always told myself I'd get to Forza Horizon 5 later on, which I did. But I don't know. Forza Horizon 6 looks really damn good. Like I love the fact that it's set in Japan. Just kind of speaks to me a little bit more. You think nothing is going to change? They need more than one exclusive. I agree with that. Yeah, this is just where I don't. The thing that Asha Sharma, even though she's taking a page out of Sony's playbook, trying to rally the fans again. She is seemingly missing something so core. So when you look at how Sony won back the PS3 generation, how they won the PS4 generation, exclusives. I don't care what anybody says. I do not care what anybody says, man. You're going to get people out here that every day, all day, they're going to try to downplay exclusives. They're going to try to make it sound like they have never been relevant. They've never mattered. Blah blah blah. Nonsense. Without exclusives, the PS3 wouldn't have made a comeback. Without exclusives, and I'm not saying it's exclusives alone. I want to make that clear. Like, I'm not saying that if you release a PlayStation or an Xbox with literally just exclusive games, it's why the Rockstar box will never happen. It won't work. You need to have both. You need to have strong exclusives, strong third party support. Period. End of discussion. It's necessary. The Wii U proved that. But also Xbox kind of proves that as well, right? On the other end. Sony also proves that with their success that they find having a strong presence in both. Um, I just I do think that this pipe dream of Xbox getting back to like a much higher place without having exclusives. And I'm not talking like, a little exclusive here, a little exclusive there, a lot of multi-plat everywhere. I'm not talking that. I'm saying like you got to go full send, turn the ship around, make it clear. You want Xbox games, you buy an Xbox. I don't know how they're going to make this big comeback without offering that, you know? Because Sony is, and so is Nintendo. And as long as they're offering it and you're not, you're always going to be an afterthought. That's not me being rude. That's just me saying like it's an observation like of course. That's just logic. Oh, damn. My neck. Xbox did this to me. Top Shelf Gaming, you're saying, yo, MBG, on a serious note, how does exclusives benefit the gamers? I play on all platforms, but I'm able to buy more than one brand. But some gamers can't. Well, I've always said, hold on, I'm going to read this too. I'm going to answer both. Sean Mitchell, a member for 36 months. Thank you for that, man. You're saying, what's up, MBG? Found out I'm having my first child this year, man. Can't wait to be a father. We have a due date in November, pretty much on GTA's release date. Damn! You are one unlucky SOB. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Sean. That's awesome. Huge congratulations, man. Here we go.
Holy shit.
That's for Sean Mitchell. Gonna be a father, November. It's a big deal, Sean. Are you ready? You nervous? Surely you're a little nervous. It's normal. Big congratulations, man. Yeah, I mean, look, man, if there's ever an excuse to put GTA 6 on the sideline, maybe that's the one. That's the one. You'll probably still be able to play it though. As long as your child doesn't have like colic or something. Which don't even worry about that. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's gonna be great. That's awesome. Oh. GG. Oh, I can see it so much better on the screen, bro. Oh wow, okay. Violently. Now it's getting speeding up. How long is that staying there for? Yo, Michael, you dropped 800 jewels. How much was that? Oh my god, dude! If YouTube doesn't start telling me how much these jewels are worth, I'm gonna have to have a cheat sheet next to me or something, because I have no idea. I have no idea. And it just makes me feel weird because like on my end, it's like you did that for free. I know you didn't. YouTube's got to get it together. But thank you for the GG, Michael. Going back to Top Shelf Gaming, I'm going to reread your super chat. You're saying, yo, MBG, on a serious note, how does exclusives benefit the gamers? I play on all platforms, but I'm able to buy more than one brand, but some gamers can't. Well, my my take on exclusives, I've always tried to play center field here, where I don't like to be the person that tries to tell people one way or the other. See, I can't stand arrogance. All right. And I struggle sometimes in this space because I all I see are just arrogant people. Not you, Top Shelf Gaming, and nobody in my chat, but just generally speaking, people have this arrogance where like I'm telling, like, no, it is just this way, and it's like wrong. You're wrong because you're short sighted. Who wants to listen to somebody who's short sighted, right? Because you already know if you're listening to somebody who tells you this is it's only this way, it's one way, and that's the only way, right? It's like that's just literally not true. So you're purposely choosing to leave certain things out. So this is why when I look at exclusives, I view it from a standpoint of there are pros and there are cons. And what it really boils down to, and this is what they won't tell you. This is what they won't tell you, dude. I gotta stop moving my damn arm so much. My neck is killing me. Yes, Michael, I am referring to you. What they won't tell you is it comes down to the individual person. Okay? Like, to one person, what is seen as a con for exclusives is not a con for them because they don't care. Just like what it could be considered a pro for an exclusive isn't actually a pro because they don't care. So that's why I try to keep in mind when I talk about exclusivity that there's many different types of people and they have different views on it. I have my own personal view on it, which is I have no problem with exclusives. I don't have a problem if there's a game that I really want, I'll find a way to buy the hardware, the console, and I'll try to see if there's aspects of that console that I like. Always feels a bit fresh, a bit new, a bit novel. But yeah, I'll buy it for a game. I've done that throughout my whole life. Did that for Xbox, did that for PlayStation, did that for Nintendo. I even went to PC for certain things on very rare occasion. And so I'm not against it because it's what I know, it's what I've known, and I never felt bad about it. If anything, I just thought it was kind of cool. I'll be honest. Like I always kind of looked forward to having an excuse to like, okay, time to enter a new ecosystem. Now, granted, I'm more stubborn now. I'm a little bit more stubborn now. So maybe I am. Maybe today I would benefit a little bit more, and maybe I've changed a little bit as I've gotten older. Although ironically, I now have more money, free money to spend on stuff like that compared to when I was younger. But anyway, what's up, Gaming Survivor? Yes, GTA marketing deal. It's over. It's over. PlayStation dominates. PlayStation wins. Brother. Oh, God. Xbox hurt my neck. Sorry, Top Shelf Gaming. I'm not answering your question. I keep going on these side tangents. All right. So here are some of the pros and cons of exclusives, in my opinion. Okay. Pros. Development cycles are usually shorter. Developers can take full advantage of a specific set of hardware. Less pressure on optimization. Usually a higher chance of if a game is made for one console, it's going to be well optimized. You know, it's at less risk of shipping with certain optimization issues because the developers didn't have to, and also, you know, they can get, like I said, they can get the game out the door a little bit quicker. Other pros for exclusivity, again, this is subjective, okay? Keep that in mind. I'm not telling you that this is for sure pro. It's determined by you. Some people see exclusives as something to help either justify their purchase of a console, help justify their investment into it, or they also view it as something that helps create an overall identity for the brand. that keeps them tethered to it. Depending on who you ask, those are pros. Um, where I think there is a certain level of there is a I think there is some objectivity here. Only because if you look at the way Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft have tried to convince people to come into their ecosystems over the years, the way that they've tried to convince people to come in usually is by the vector of exclusives. You want Halo, you buy an Xbox. You want God of War, you buy a PlayStation. You want Mario, you buy a Nintendo. You know? And so I think it's understandable that people have a mentality of, yes, that is what drew me to the platform. Therefore, that is what helps define the platform. So the logic is there. Whether or not you agree that that's the better way, this is what I'm saying. It depends on who you ask. Somebody's going to say, I have no problem with that. Somebody's going to say that that just sounds not as good, right? Why would we want to be tethered? Well, I guess that comes down to how much you do or do not enjoy the ecosystem. You know? It really comes down to that. Like, I think you open up Pandora's box when you start to signal to customers you don't have to be tethered anymore. I think that's when you open up Pandora's box. That's where I think you can look at Nintendo. Nobody complains about having a Switch. I mean, of course, let's take that back. Nobody complains about having to go to Nintendo for Nintendo games. Not that I'm aware of. I don't see that. I just don't see it. Literally, I just don't see it. I don't see people being like, oh my God, I gotta buy another Nintendo console to play the new Zelda and the new Mario and the new Smash Bros. And the new Pokemon. I don't see that. And I think the reason for that is because they have never even given anybody a whiff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you don't question whether or not you should be tethered because there is only one option. There's only ever been one option. And you've never questioned that option because Nintendo never gave you a reason to question that option. That's why I think Sony and Microsoft too, for that matter, it's like, you guys are being weird out here. Like, don't you understand? You are on shaky ground right now. You are on thin ice, potentially, where you're starting to open Pandora's box and signal to people, especially, I mean, with Microsoft, they've completely opened it. Sony, not yet, though. And now they're going to try closing it. They just took a little peek in and they're like, maybe not. The truth is that mentality has traditionally been the same this whole time, up until both Sony and Microsoft decided they want to start expanding. And so when you basically signal to people that, yeah, we can give you other options, and we will, then people start to see the benefits of that, where they otherwise weren't even thinking about it, because it just wasn't a thing. It does take a rocket scientist to determine that. Would it be more beneficial for the wider consumer if you could just play Mario or Zelda on any device? Yes. Is that even worth thinking about? No. Because Nintendo won't let you. And so it kind of, again, it's a level of conditioning. There's an argument to be made that in a gaming I've made this argument so many times before, Gavin. I'm going to read your super chat in 1 second. Well, actually, I'll read it now. He says, so I went to Burger King the other day and they wouldn't sell me a Big Mac. Can you believe it? So anti-consumer. I'm tired of the anti-consumer talk. I'm tired of that. I can't stand the anti-consumer talk because it leads to nothing. It's like, guys, if you want to talk about anti-consumerism, believe me, there are fights worth fighting that are so much more important than video games. Okay? Believe me. If that's the whole angle you want to take, where it's like, I'm just thinking about the consumer, then why the hell are you wasting your time talking about video games? Well, you can talk about video games, but why don't you talk about the other things too? There's a lot of anti-consumerism going on out there. some shit 100 times worse than anything these companies are doing. You know? But I digress. The anti-consumer, I'm moving a lot. Yeah, I gotta chill. The anti-consumerism thing, the reason why I'm not very interested in that is because it's like, listen, man, what people are trying to describe here is a gaming utopia. You could say consoles should have never even tried to do exclusives. That, like, the more pro-consumer way to deliver video games is exclusivity of any kind. Because I can ask that. Let me ask this question. If it's anti-consumer for Nintendo to have exclusives for their console, for Microsoft to have exclusives for their console, and for Sony to have exclusives for their console, then is it also anti-consumer that PC has probably thousands of games that would be qualified as exclusive to PC and not available on console? See, this is why I don't delve into that aspect of it, because nobody wants to talk about that side of it. Nobody wants to talk about that. No matter how anti-consumer you believe exclusives are, they exist whether you want them to or not. This is why I say to the anti-consumer argument, then talk about your gaming utopia. Let me know when that happens. Let me know. Corey, what's up, man? Oh. The gaming utopia looks something like this. You buy gaming hardware, PC, console, a phone that has good enough hardware to run whatever game, tablet. You have access to everything. 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 How's the neck? It's still in a lot of pain, but they gave me some potent steroids, and it's helped quite a bit. The pain isn't as bad, but it's much more tolerable now. I feel it, but Top Shelf Gaming with a $5 super chat. You're saying Forza did 5 million plus on PlayStation. PS gamers were happy to play it. If exclusivity stops the gamers and the corporations win, they make money and we get entertained. I mean, that's a fair argument. Top Shelf Gaming, listen, if everybody at one time decided we're done with exclusives, like all around, and we're all still going to manufacture hardware, okay? I'm not opposed to that. The reason why I'm not opposed to that is because I don't see a downside. Oh, wait, hold on, though. There is a downside. What's that? Who's going to come in and ruin it? Somebody's going to come in and ruin it. And when they do, it's going to... You ever hear the saying, one bad apple ruins them all? If you want to know why exclusivity exists, it's because it always existed. It's always going to exist in some state. And I appreciate people who want to fight the good fight, where it's like, I get it, brother. Like, I'm all about, the kumbaya, everybody can partake. There doesn't have to, this doesn't have to be a majorly complicated thing. It could just be something nice for everybody, And it's not about greed. It's not about winning. It's just about enjoying and doing the best, letting the best art shine through and letting everything else just exist in perpetuity across everything. I get it. But it's like, people never think, they don't think about the long run. They don't look past a single logo or a single brand or a single game, where it's like, go all the way down the rabbit hole of exclusivity and you'll realize that it's just never going to happen. Ever. It's just, like even to a point where even if we talk about different storefronts, there's going to be games exclusive to specific storefronts. And so even if you want to make the argument that we could kind of get rid of hardware exclusivity, you're still not getting rid of exclusivity. Therefore, the whole anti-consumer aspect of it will remain, and you will never detach that. So if this is maybe the next best thing where it's like, well, I could buy a single piece of hardware and I have access to all the storefronts. Gaming Survivor heading out, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, bro. If you can't, it's like if you don't want exclusives, and a way to make that happen is by having all the different storefronts available on the hardware itself, and you can have access to them. Guess what? They're still exclusive to the storefronts. Guess what? You're still going to have to create an account probably for that specific storefront or that publisher. Like, you're still going to have to go somewhere. That's the point. And I understand that it's like, well, at least I don't have to spend as much money if the hardware is removed. I get it. And that's a con. That is a con. Like, that's a legitimate con where it's like, maybe not everybody can afford to buy all the hardware. I've been there. I know. That is a con. But, it's what has existed. And it's like, again, I'm more of a traditionalist where it's like, it's always been a con for me growing up, yet I got lucky enough to where, I don't know, maybe there's a kind of nostalgia where it's like, I can't deny that when I wanted a game, like when I wanted a GameCube for Resident Evil 4, I thought it was amazing. Like, I mean, getting the GameCube, opening it up, setting it something brand new. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this thing, but I know I'm going to like Resident Evil. So here we go. And getting a feel for the controller and starting to have a little bit of appreciation for this is different. I see what they cooked up here. And the same with the Xbox 360. Especially, dude, with the 360, I'm like, bro, this is amazing. I thought the PS2 was better. Hell no, the 360 is better. The PS2 was amazing, obviously. But I'm saying, like, the 360, when I went from the PS2 to the 360, I was like, dude, this is next gen. It's stuff like that I can't stand people who shit all over that and pretend that that's not a thing. That's always been a thing, man. And it feels nice. And yes, do you have to pay for it? Yes, you do. And that's a legitimate con. Would I like all that? Would I've liked to get all that stuff for completely free? You somehow got lucky and I wanted it or something. Yeah, sure. Who wouldn't want that? But it's like, dude, I think people try to make a much bigger deal about it than it really is. That's what I think it boils down to. I think people try to make a much, much bigger deal about exclusivity in both ways than it really is. And I think that's kind of why you just see people fighting. Because they're too busy running in opposite directions all the way, full tilt. Not slowing down at all. Where it's like, I don't know, man. You can lean on one side or the other, but I think it's disingenuous to not see that there are pros and cons. There always has been. And even if you talk about a gaming utopia, if we could ever truly achieve that, where there are no storefronts, there's just a singular gaming platform and storefront, just one. Communism for gaming. I mean, how long until something goes wrong there? Who's going to look at that and not be like, you know what, though? What if we did that the same way, but then also offered a couple games that we didn't put on that storefront? So it's the nature of competition. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. And the competition is just, it's existed. It's going to continue to exist. It's going to transform. It's been transforming, but is the nature of competition where it's like, and this is no offense to PC players. Chances are, if you're here, you're not one of these PC players. But sometimes I see PC players, they get so worked up about Sony, about Nintendo occasionally, but these days a lot about Sony, sometimes Microsoft. And I'm like, dude, you guys, they seem to get so worked up because PC players believe that, like, in terms of competition, PC wipes the floor. In terms of competition, PC wins. Why am I? Dude, I'm like literally hurting my neck. I don't know why. I'm more animated when I'm sitting on the sofa. Oh, PC wins. And here's the thing, though. It's like, that's fine, brother. Like, I'm not arguing that. I'm not trying to tell you PC doesn't win. I'm not trying to tell you PlayStation wins. All I'm trying to tell them when they get this worked up is no matter how upset you get, consoles are still here, bro, and so are exclusives. And they're doing just fine. So it's like, we're talking about competition. We're talking about market speaking. I need to stop moving my arm so much. And we're talking about going down the rabbit hole of what do we really want at the end? Like, what is it that I try to figure out with the people who are anti-exclusive? I try to figure out, like, what do you want at the end of the day? And I think I know what it is. It's exactly what I keep describing. You want the gaming utopia. There's no way you believe that's going to happen. There's no way you can seriously be in this space trying to have a remotely serious conversation about the realities of the video game industry and convince yourself that that will ever happen at all. But I can understand that if you believe getting rid of expensive hardware and instead replacing that with multiple storefronts where exclusivities will exist in those storefronts as a step towards that, okay, you got me there. I'm not going to argue with that. You're right. But that won't happen until PlayStation falls. Until, well, I mean, I don't know that Microsoft has fallen. Some people see it. We don't know if Microsoft's going to go back to exclusivity, but until Nintendo falls. I'll say for now, that's not going to, until Sony and Nintendo fall, that's not going to happen. And that's why when I'm looking at the entire picture and I'm looking at the reality of the situation, I don't see anything here that indicates that's going to happen. I don't see anything here that indicates Steam is about to kill Sony or kill Nintendo. And I think people who are trying to insinuate that are out of their depth, dude. Where it's like, what are you basing that off of? Oh, because Steam's growing. Okay. Yeah, so if we're saying, like, in the future, like going way down the line, PS6, we're like year 4 into the PS6, year 5, and just hasn't taken off. More and more people are leaving PlayStation. Sony's panicking and doesn't know what to do. Okay, then we'll talk. Then it's like, all right, yeah. Now Steam's chance. Now Valve can go for the kill. But truthfully, Valve's probably more focused on Microsoft because Microsoft is the one that's focused on Valve. If anything, all I'm trying to acknowledge here is that both can coexist. And listen, anybody who wants to bring the exclusive argument to my doorstep, I will just simply ask, is it anti-consumer that I can't play thousands of PC games that are exclusive to PC on my PlayStation? Because if the answer to that is no, it's not anti-consumer, then the conversation's over. That's the hypocrisy. That is the hypocrisy. All right. I have a direct donation from World's Greatest Detective. Oh, God. It says Wolverine is the last PlayStation exclusive I'll buy after finishing Soros. I'm done with Sony's BS slop. I'm not their target audience anymore. And that's fine, World's Greatest Detective. Like, I'm not gonna. I talk. So I'll tell you this. You missed the segment. I talked all about this earlier in my stream. If you want to come back when this is done and listen to it, that's fine. Um, but I don't know, man. If Sony's still gonna get you on the hook with Wolverine, like World's Greatest Detective, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say it respectfully. If you're sitting here saying you're still buying Wolverine, you're still the target audience. No offense. But you have to know that. If you're saying you're still buying Wolverine, you are still the target audience in Sony's eyes. I'm only saying this. I'm speaking very uh, robotic right now because that's how Sony sees it on their numbers. So if you want to send a message to Sony World's Greatest Detective, truthfully, what you got to do, don't buy Wolverine and don't buy any other Sony game beyond that. Or don't buy Soros, only buy Wolverine. That's another way to potentially send the message. But and we have Mateto. Thank you for the super chat, man. You're saying here, hey MBG, it's so absurd to think that Xbox's decline started in 2024 when their games began releasing on PlayStation. Man, all Xbox studios combined don't even add up to 1 million sales. Do they really expect me to believe that the decline is due to abandoning exclusives and that removing games from PlayStation would solve anything? I mean, outside of Mateo, what I'll say to that, dude, is outside of Forza Horizon 5, which sold over 5 million on PlayStation, and outside of I think Sea of Thieves sold like 1.8 million. Outside of those two games, yeah, dude, their games have struggled to get to 1 million sales on PlayStation. But I think if I understand what you're saying correctly, and maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I think there's truth to this too, is it's like Xbox is in a crisis because they can't sell games, dude. I think that's really just what you're identifying and what we've identified long ago, where it's like, okay, let me be more specific. See, I got to be careful with making broad stroke statements because when I make broad stroke statements, it comes off a certain way. Xbox's crisis comes from only being able to sell a very select few video games. And they have like, what, 40 studios roughly? That's a problem. That's a big problem. When the only games that can do numbers for you are Forza, maybe Sea of Thieves, perhaps maybe Halo Campaign Evolved, Gears, and that's good. Like it's good to have some games doing something. But this is just where the reality was always going to play out this way. They had to find out. They had to try it. But the reality was always going to be if your games were struggling to sell on Xbox, there's no guarantee that they're just going to suddenly sell on PlayStation. There's a chance they could. But when you look at some of the numbers for these Xbox games on PlayStation, I mean, a lot of them struggling to get to like 500K or something. Can you imagine what they were selling on Xbox, dude? Like, I mean, honestly, can you imagine? That is the crisis. Where we're not sure. Call of Duty, Forza, Gears, Halo, I'm sure those will do. They'll sustain themselves, hopefully. But it's everything else where it's like, oh my God, how are we supposed to justify having this many studios making this many games while constantly reporting quarter in and quarter out losses? Well, there's Diablo as well. That's true. I mean, they have, don't get me wrong, like The thing that Microsoft needs to figure out, and I'm sure they're in the process, is like, dude, they have successful games. Like they have Call of Duty, Minecraft, World of Warcraft. You know, they purchased their success. Like you're good, hopefully, but and you have a couple of your own properties that they need. Halo and Gears need some to do some work. Forza's good. Outside of that, though, it's like that's the problem is you bought the whole kit and caboodle here, man. And you did so with a lot of these studios, making it sound like this is the way to be. Well, I'm answering a super chat. No, I'm not trying to. I don't really. I mean, I'm not too concerned about what's going on the Xbox side of things because, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not. Sorry, the pain's starting to get to me. I'm not too concerned about what's going on the Xbox side of things because they have their own approach that they're planning on taking. They have their work cut out for them, and I'm not too worried about. I mean, look, I'm here. I'll watch the showcase. I'm looking forward to a couple of their games. I'll be here. I'll buy them. But Xbox's decline started with the Xbox One, dude. Potato, to simply answer your question, Xbox's decline started with the Xbox One, and it's just been more and more and more down over the last decade. Hold on, guys. Um, Wait, what? Why are you yelling in the chat that I'm inaccurate? What am I inaccurate about? What am I wrong about? Broccoli Rob, member for 24 months, says, I'm Sofa King. We totted. Oh, thank you, Broccoli Rob. I hope your neck issue gets resolved. Bro, can I borrow $1? After that, you can give me $1, Broccoli Rob. Oh, no. Oh, God. Pain. Dude, I feel like the pain. I feel like the pain from MGS3. It's just, you're saying not just you, everyone. You all have no idea how Xbox makes their money, and it's 20 times more than PlayStation. Oh. Well, I don't know how to. Sorry, like, dude, I'm getting. Oh, my neck. I don't know how to say this to you. I'm saying this respectfully. Like, that's not true. It's like, I'm just flat out. Sony makes more money than Xbox. PlayStation, I mean, makes more money than Xbox. The PlayStation brand. If you're okay, that if you're talking about Microsoft, that's different. Microsoft trounces Sony in revenue and profit. Microsoft trounces them. But we're talking about the Xbox division because if the Xbox division can't start making a profit, and Asha Sharma just talked about this, they're going to be in trouble, dude. Like they can't sustain that. Nobody could. Sony couldn't. Nintendo couldn't. But yes, Microsoft as a company, they make the bulk of their money on cloud computing, Windows, enterprise, all that stuff. So yeah, that's it's hard to compare because Sony's not really involved in any of that stuff. Sony's more of an entertainment company. Oh, shit. You think I should stream from this view even when my neck heals? I'll consider it. I'll consider it. I just have to. Yeah. Oh God, man. I gotta do my stretches before I move ahead here. $5 billion a year with Game Pass. What the f you smoking? I mean, dude, like I have you. Let me ask you. Did you check Microsoft's recent earnings for Xbox? That's what Game Pass revenue being 5 billion is great and all, but what does it mean in the grand scheme? It's just like when we listen. It's just like when we talk about with PlayStation. PlayStation can make all this revenue. They can be a revenue juggernaut. What does it mean if they're not making profits? It means that's a problem and they need to figure it out, or it's going to hurt them bad. Oh, all this Xbox talk is hurting my neck more. Johnny Gaming, you're saying MBG, how are you liking Soros? I'm starting Biome 6 and loving it. By the way, Xbox trash. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really enjoying Soros. I had a whole segment earlier, Johnny Gaming, where I talked more extensively about it. But I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Saying Xbox isn't profitable after lowering the prices is dented. No, it's not. That's a fact. I mean, lowering the prices is great. Good for them. I hope they keep doing it. But me stating a fact. Here's a fact. You ready? The Xbox division underneath Microsoft exists to make profit. That's why it exists. Hey, if they want a loss lead, high five. I want to see Sony loss lead. I want to see Microsoft loss lead. Nobody wants to talk about what happens when you lost lead long enough. Nobody wants to talk about that. And that's what I find funny. It's so funny to me that people want to be like, oh, the studios, the damn studios. And then they completely ignore the fact. Oh shit, yo, Silent Spartan coming out of nowhere. They completely ignore the fact. Dude, that like, have you checked their earning? Like, have you seen what's going on? They're on fire. Silent Spartan. Boom. Out of nowhere. Drops 50 membership gifts on you guys.
Holy shit.
We were sitting at 0 and he just killed 2 goals, bro. He just killed 2 goals. You know what this means? You know what this means. Hold on. I don't know what this means because I'm all discombobulated over here. Silent Spartan, thank you so much for that, bro. Ugh. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do some. I put 0 out of 50. I'll put up to 75. We'll see if we make it there today or not. 50 is great, dude. Well, Silent Spartan, bro. I think you may have missed my stream yesterday. I hurt myself pretty bad. I'm gonna get up and attempt to one-arm drum for like 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds. As a little celebration. DualSense reps. Yeah, I'll have to do the DualSense reps, bro. But I injured I think I tore my rhomboid muscle. I got it checked at the doctor yesterday, and I have some disc issues going on with my neck. And I can't sit at my desk, dude. I tried, and it put me in excruciating agony. I just can't stand it. Like, you want to see me actually start to get angry and rage for the wrong reasons too. So I decided to switch up the setup. Oh, we got to feed the beast. But
Boast, do you
Silent
read
Spartan,
me?
thank you so much.
It's time
man.
to feed the beast.
He got special delivered. He was taking a super nap. Do you want me to do it?
I got it. I got to do my thing. Here we go, boss. There you go, man. Is it hot in here?
It's so hot. I was actually.
Why is it so hot in here, dude?
It's really hot outside. I'm gonna put the air on.
Yeah.
It's 81 in our house.
I thought it
right
wasn't
now.
gonna get hot in this basement. I'm starting to like
Yeah,
sweat.
I
I'm like,
was-
is it the steroids? I don't know what
No.
it is.
I was literally just about to come down here and ask you if you wanted me to put the air on. I'll go put it on now.
Thanks. Well, yeah, that's Silent Spartan, bro. Thank you so much for the 50 member gifts, man. I was not expecting that. It's good to see you back again. Hope you're doing well too. I know you were saying you were. I think you said you were deployed. Hope all is going well, man. Really do. World's getting crazy out there. And New Soul 9, you're saying MBG, they justified the massive studios because of creating of Game Pass. They cannot always rely on third party to fill the service variety. It wasn't to sell games. No, you're right. But that's the thing, New Soul 9. I think surely we can both agree on this that the intention for they had to make Game Pass because they were struggling to sell consoles and they were struggling to sell games. And so that was the big play, but we can agree that over the last decade with them trying to push Game Pass as aggressively as they did, they bought all these studios. I mean, I don't think it's worked out, right? Like this is why they have to figure out how they're really going to bring this back from the brink because Game Pass was a poison pill. I mean, I think they're going to still try to keep it around and they're going to try to find different ways to. I think they said it's going to be flexible now. Well, Pro taking out trash. We talk about PlayStation's problems all the time, man. And we're going to talk about it soon about you guys wanted me to check out Horizon Hunter's Gathering, right? Sucks you're injured, but I like the more casual setup. Well, I appreciate that, Josh. I'm glad. I was nervous about it. I'm glad you guys like it. I like it. I just wish I wasn't. Oh, Daniel, I'm sorry, man. You have the worst luck. Like I always miss your super chats. I'm sorry about that, Daniel. You had a $2 super chat. You said if GameStop gets eBay, it's a bigger deal than people think. Yeah, I saw that. GameStop somehow made a bid for eBay for $52 million or billion. 52 billion. Where are they getting that money from? That's nuts. I mean, I thought GameStop was going out 56 billion. Damn. I thought they were going out of business. I mean, I feel like I've been hearing GameStop has been going out of business for the past 15 years, and they're still around. They're not perfect. GameStop has a lot of issues, but I have nostalgia for GameStop, you know? Here, guys. I have a lot of nostalgia for GameStop because I grew up with it. And, you know, game looks like shit. Wait, Spartan, what game are you talking about? What game looks like shit? Hold on, I gotta bring in a second pillow here. Oh man. Oh, Horizon. Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good, man. I was talking a little bit about that earlier, and I was like, my whole thing with Horizon Hunter's Gathering is I don't know why they're going through with it. I understand that they put like 6 years of development into it, and I understand that they, they pretty much, if I had to guess, they believe Horizon Hunter's Gathering deserves a chance and they should go through with releasing it because it's Horizon. And I think that Sony is under this belief. I don't know how much of it is Herman Holst, but they're under this belief that, yeah, we can pretty much make anything with the Horizon name on it work. But I feel like what we saw with Call of the Mountain, as well as the Horizon Lego game. I'm like, I don't know, Sony. Like, I think all you're really doing, and I think Hunter Call of the Mount was probably decent. Lego, it starts to come off as like, yeah, you're diluting it, you're oversaturating it, and I honestly think that Hunter's Gathering, like, listen, man, if I get the chance to play the beta, I'll try it. Like, I'll do my due diligence here, but it's like, this might be the worst looking Horizon thing you've done so far. Maybe the gameplay will be good, and if the gameplay's good, maybe it stands a chance, but I don't know, dude. It's so painful to think that this is their main game. That's what hurts. Is like they're out here not confirming, but Jason Schreier was confirming that this is their main game. And Horizon 3 proper is years away. That's very unfortunate, man. Because when I look at this game, Hunter's Gathering, I mean, I don't want to be rude. I try not to be this way towards games anymore. I can't help it sometimes though. Maybe it's the meds talking right now, but it's like, like, I think this game is gonna flop hard. I do. I think it's gonna and I think it's gonna be a major wake up call. I think. I mean, you have to imagine it's already been a little bit of a wake up call. MBG, how are you liking Soros close to finish? I'm behind on Soros because I haven't been able to game much. I've actually been in like too much pain to really focus on Soros and to game. But I'm entering biome 3 now. I just beat the second boss, so I'm a little bit. I think I'm a little bit behind a lot of people right now, but I'm gonna try to get as long as I can game somewhat comfortably. I'm gonna try to get more time in with it. I'm really really enjoying it. It could have had Horizon 3 instead. Could have. For Loop. I keep forgetting about that game. You got invited to try the beta for Loop. If it's not NDA'd, you should tell us what you think. That's another one. I keep forgetting about that one. That's a weird one. That game looks weird to me, man. Like, that's one of those games where I do like the art style a little bit better, but the gameplay actually looks weird to me. I'm like, I don't know. I would like to try it. Um, MBG 13,224 hour peak for Marathon on Steam. I don't know. I just saw a report that Bungie's saying they're in it for the long haul, dude. They're like, we have years worth of story planned. We have years worth of story planned, and we're not we're they're locked in, and I'm like, I mean, what? I hope you guys have some significant tricks up your sleeve, and it's no hate against. I think Marathon's fine. I don't think Marathon's a bad game, dude. I've played it and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of good. Like, I see you guys didn't make a bad video game, but it's like, I also understand why it's like, does this thing got legs? I don't know. I don't think so. Years of wasting Sony's money then. I'll tell you what, you do something single player with Marathon, now you're cooking. I gotta stop tilting my neck like that. I'll tell you what, Marathon seemingly has some very interesting lore, and it's such a shame to me. Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. It's such a shame to me that that a game can have lore this interesting and like with so much potential, and I feel like these developers, they do their games, and I'm not anti live service to that extent. I think live service games fine, multiplayer cool, I enjoy multiplayer, but it's like when you have something this interesting, now Just make something single player with it as well. You know, like it's begging for it. It's begging for it. It's all right, Titus. Like it's the pain. Even trust me, the pain isn't as bad, dude. It's just certain movements I just get a little bit more of a jolt of pain. But I do. I hope I'm not speaking too soon, but I do think it's getting better. Uh, I don't know how much of it is just the medication I had yesterday and the steroids, but this morning was the first time I woke up. Like I woke up. Actually, I woke up at like 5 in the morning, and I know I'm like laying there, and I'm like I don't feel any pain. It's first night in like a week where I woke up and I didn't have pain, and so that gave me a ton of hope. I'm like I think I might be on the mend now. Like I might have finally turned the corner. But I wasn't sure if it's like, nah, bro, you just got a massive dose of steroids and it's temporary. I don't know what to think of that. I'll ask you guys real quick before I continue with the gaming talk. Have any of you ever gotten steroid injections for disc related problems? Maybe you can tell me what that was like for you. Did it just temporarily take away the pain, or did it speed up the recovery process? Because I'm hoping that it's speeding up the recovery process, because this is agonizing, dude. My neck's still messed up. It's a little bit better than it was yesterday, but I got a bunch of injections yesterday, so I can't tell if it's like speeding up the recovery or if it's just temporarily taking the pain away. No, my mom did, but she was 67 at the time. What did you do? You were too violent with the poison ivy? You know what, dude? I don't know what I did. That's the scariest part of all, is I don't know what I did. I have a theory. You could tell I'm scared. I moved my whole setup because I'm like, I think sitting in that desk chair at that desk for like 7 hours a day did something. Time to lean back a little bit. I don't know, man. Corticosteroid shot for my L5-S1 lower back. Didn't do anything for me, to be honest. Not disc stuff. Got one for my wrist. It allowed me to do physical therapy, which fixed my issue. Okay. Yeah, I was too much headbanging. I hope it has nothing to do with me drumming. I gotta tell you, man. I'm like, I don't want to overthink anything, but I can't help but notice like this happens not too long after I get this drum set, and I'm drumming like every day. I never had any pain while drumming though. Ain't no way. Yo, who just invited me? Never. What was that? Hold on. Okay, that was clearly a glitch. That was weird. I escaped my obligations to return for a bit, aka I'm on the toilet. Yo, Gaming Survivor taking those toilet breaks and pop in and chat with MVG. I appreciate that, bro. You're a real one. Lady Gamer, you have arthritis in your back and legs. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Yeah, to me, I think I've always had disc problems in my neck and in my lower back, but it seems like I tore my muscle, and the muscle tear is what's aggravating. Like the muscle tear itself is painful. The muscle tear is like right behind my shoulder blade, kind of down here, I believe. It's pretty common. Well, it's kind of rare, but for some people it can be like a persistent problem throughout their whole life. It actually like starts in some cases it starts to like tear away from the bone, which is insane. And apparently it's like wear and tear over years. It like I didn't do some kind of crazy heavy lift. I will tell you though, what I think may have done it or initiated it this time was I told you guys a couple weeks ago I was going to clear out my garage. And that was a whole project. And nothing in the garage bothered me. It was right before I went to go do my garage work. I had this big blue tarp laid out with a shit ton of mulch on it. And it was sitting there for like the whole winter. And I had to move it. It was really, really heavy. But, you know, me being me, I like, you know, brought it up, made it into like a sack. Big sack. And I went to go, you know, drag it, but it was really, really heavy, dude. Like I had to put my whole body, and I felt, I just, like I just felt it. I'm like, oh fuck. And I got real scared. But then it went away. And I'm like, you know, I'm just, all right, okay, I think I'm fine. And so you know, the next day I went to go do the garage. And then not too long after that, I just woke up and it's like somebody just, it's like I had a knife in my back. So I don't know if it was like super delayed or some shit. It's really weird. Might want to look into acupuncture once you get the structural stuff fixed. Shit is magical. I've heard about acupuncture. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to really convince myself to do that. It's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea, but actually trying to visualize me getting up, seeking out acupuncture and doing it. But I don't know if this pain persists. I'll tell you this, man. Anytime I've encountered this problem, because this is not the first time, this is the worst time. This is not the first time. It's healed on its own. I've had times where it would take a couple weeks. I just never had this much pain before. Like, it's never been this painful. And, you know, that's where I start to get nervous, where I'm like, oh, I think I done it this time. It makes me wonder, lifestyle-wise, what I've been doing wrong. Because I'm clearly doing something incredibly wrong. I don't think it's my weightlifting, because I use proper form, great technique. It makes me think that there's just something I'm doing habitually, you know, month over month, year after year. I think about how, like, anytime I go to lift heavy objects, not weightlifting, not like for building muscle and strength. What trailer do you want to watch? I always use my left arm. So, like, anytime I'm going to lift something heavy up, I use my left arm. And I wonder if it's literally that. It's like over literally a lifetime of you've led with your left arm with anything. Like, I'm talking heavy groceries, heavy packages, anything that has a handle, a strap, whatever, you name it. You know, toolboxes, everything. Always with my left, leaning down, pulling, lifting. I wonder if it's just literally years of that, and it's like, you know, use your right arm, bro. Yoga. All right, sorry. I'm getting off track. Muscle imbalance could be a possibility. It just sucks. If anything, just, yeah, you got to take care of yourself, man. You got to take care of yourself. I mean, I am a little bit older. I'm 32. I'm not that old, but I am older now, so I got to PlayStation securing GTA marketing healed me on a spiritual level. I'm glad to hear that. That's not weird at all, Gaming Survivor, but whatever, dude, whatever helps. Whatever helps, man. It was the Xbox toaster that hurt me. I still got that thing, dude. I still have the Xbox toaster. Don't remind me. It's just sitting there ominously, waiting for the day it returns. They're working 15 hours a day at Rockstar India to get GTA 6 on time. It's like wartime work. Jeez. I didn't even know there was a Rockstar India, dude. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't even know there was a Rockstar India. Oh. The Horizon. Oh, yeah, okay. Hold on. bitch. I'm already in enough pain. Why me? Why are you gonna make me do this? Hold on. I need to open a new window. Sorry if I'm a little bit slower than normal with bringing stuff up. I'm trying to get used to this new setup. Why? Let's see. Horizon Hunters Gathering. Oh, it's only 48 seconds? That's a really short trailer, dude. I thought it would have been longer than that. You were paralyzed from the neck down, then you saw Xbox's financials and made a miracle recovery. Well, goddamn, Gaming Survivor. No one mentioned the tall neck. All right. I gotta figure out a new screen position here too. I didn't think about that. Fuck. Oh, dude. Oh, now I'm starting to feel it now. Son of a bitch. I wish I was in the same position as you right now, Gaming Survivor. I need something to heal my ass. Oh, wait. No. Put it like up here, maybe? Oh, hold on. I have to resize it. Oh, is it cut off? Sorry, guys. Again, I'm still trying to figure out this new setup. All right, I know what the problem is. And somehow that didn't fix it. What is going on here? See what you did? See what you did, why me? I'm a YouTuber. I know what I'm doing. I think it did fix it. There we go. I'm just going to put it full screen. Oh, man. Like, some of the gameplay kind of looks cool, I guess. Oh, this just doesn't... This isn't Horizon, man. It just doesn't feel like Horizon. It's just not... The vibe is all wrong. Oh, man. What are we do? What are we doing here? Dude. I'm not trying to be rude. There was no sound. Did I? Oh, I fucked up again, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My God, why am I doing that so frequently, dude? Try again. Yeah, I don't. I I don't get it. Like, I don't get how you go. I Whatever, man. Like, again, some of the gameplay looks like it has some level of promise. But I just feel like this is all wrong. Like, what the hell am I even looking at? What is this? What did they do? What did they do? How could they? How could they do this to Horizon? You know she has a... Hold on. I mean, they're showcasing some of the abilities. Well, I mean, look, man. I'm not going to go crazy over it. I'm just going to say, Gorilla, it's your funeral, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be overly rude about it. Look at the view count. Well, oh, shit. What was the view count? I didn't even check. Yeah, I didn't even check. Let me see. Two 2,851 views. My God. 126 likes. Come on, man. My stream has more likes than that. Thank you for hitting the like button, by the way, guys. Did Bungie not give them the talk? I just, what I can't understand. I might have to wrap this up soon. I am in so much pain. I don't know why it's getting worse. Yeah, I might have to wrap up soon, guys. Shit. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust myself. I don't know why it's this. I didn't take any. No, I didn't take any painkillers today. Because I wanted to just see how it would feel. It was feeling. Yeah, Leo, Jimmy, we could do that. We could do that. If you want to send it over on the Discord, the last like 5 minutes of the stream, I'll play your song. The last one he made was good. What's the new one about? Horizon Steel Frontiers looks a lot better than this. I agree. Surprised they didn't do an MRI before giving you meds. Yeah, this is why I have to follow up with my primary care doctor, where I think he's going to send me for an MRI. Because I just went to the urgent care. I just wanted to figure out something as soon as possible. I didn't want to go to the hospital because I would be there all day, and it would be so slow. So the urgent care, they took care of me pretty quick. All they could do was an X-ray. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to get an MRI. Get this man some morphine. Man up, bro. Oh, trust me, I'm trying. Trust me, I'm trying, man. God, you hit a pain threshold though so high that it's like, oh man, how do you even exist? But yeah, talking about Horizon, man, I just my whole thing with Horizon Hunters Gathering. I know we didn't even go over the PlayStation 6 report. I'm gonna go over that sometimes. I might have to do it tomorrow. I just want to make sure I give it its dedicated time because it's a massive report. I had a feeling today would be a little bit all over the place. But dude, with Horizon Hunters Gathering, I am just like I talked earlier about how I think they're doing it. A new Rockstar game? Wait, hold on. I can't. What? No, I don't see anything, dude. I don't see a Rockstar game called Beast Link. Let me. No, I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. Oh, it's by the GTA devs. Oh, man. Oh, no. Hold on. Grove Street Games, right? Grove Street Games. Wait. Is this the right studio? All I see is Ark. I must be on the wrong page. What's the Beast Link the game? All right, let me look this up. Beast Link the game. Oh, okay. New kaiju game. Well, let me see if I can bring this up too. This is what they were hyping up. The GTA 6 trailer 3, guys. Here we go. Here we go. We just have to watch it like this.
Okay, I'm cold. I should be clear.
He said this was the next
GTA
step of
6 trailer
evolution.
number 3. Yo, GTA looking crazy.
That we were special. And so were they.
I'm getting cracked out 3 vibes.
And then we discovered something. A way to take control.
The new world won't wait. Neither should you.
GTA 6 looking kind of weird, bro. Yeah, I like the concept. I do like the concept. It's looking kind of janky, but I don't know. Maybe it'll find an audience. I don't know. That's crazy, dude. When they were hyping up their announcement, though, people thought it was GTA 6. Shit, man. Mind's Eye DLC. Oh, God. Thank you, Leo. All right, guys, we're going to do a last call here. I'm going to be wrapping the stream up in about 10 minutes. If you guys want to drop any more support before we head out, I mean, I'm going to try my best to be back tomorrow, and I'm going to try my best to keep a regular schedule. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that. But if you want to drop any more support before we head out, you have 10 minutes to do so. I'm going to play Leo Jimmy's song. I played his song last time, and it was pretty good. People liked it. We'll do that as like the ending. Thank you, New Soul 9, for what was that? Staying hydrated. 550 joules. Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. Oh, and yeah, just a heads up, by the way. I have to get this out of here. We are going to be doing more members content. Now that I have this new setup, it'll be easier to bring Mrs. MBG on more often. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm hiccuping like that. I told you guys that I wanted to try to do a more proper type of podcast on top of maybe doing regular kind of like Morning with the Misses, random just chat hangouts. So I'm gonna be looking into how we're gonna do that. But nonetheless, Mrs. MBG will be joining the channel a little bit more often, and we're gonna be doing more members content going forward too. I'll try not to do it too much, but find a good balance. And let me see here. All right, let me head over to the. Oh, by the way, I don't know if Ray is in the Discord or not, but or if he's in the chat. I'll drop a link to the Discord. You guys can join it. Let me get that now. Oof. All right, I'm dropping the link to the Discord in the chat. Feel free to join that. Anybody's welcome to the Discord. Just be polite, you know. Oh, I beat you, Ray. He's like, damn it. Thank you, Ray. You got 2 links. Leo Jimmy with a $10 chat. You're saying, MBG, you're the best as usual. Protect your neck. Play the Mortal Coil for the ones that ain't heard, LOL. Or whatever you want. Well, thank you, Leo. Thank you, bro. And thank you for the super chat. Let's see what he cooked up. Oh, yeah, the Mortal Coil. That one was really good, too. Still here. All right, I'm going to mute my microphone.
But we never let split the spine. Always worse sometimes just knowing. Same look past, same thing showing. No need to fix it, no need to dress. Just stand in it, let it rest.
Still right here, ain't drift, ain't fall.
Held that line even when it got cold.
World pulled hard, tried to break that thread.
We just stood in it, meant what we said.
We ain't perfect.
Oh, wait, was that just a, hold on. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably have to play Mortal Coil. Where's it at? Because that was just giving me a sample there. Yo, Leo Jimmy, can you send me the Mortal Coil one again? I kind of want to hear that one again. That one was really good. That one was okay too. Although, yeah, it was just a preview for some reason. Yeah, I actually don't have Spotify. I just use YouTube Music. Keep that one going. Was hitting. I was going to. I didn't realize it was just a preview. Hold on one sec, guys. Okay, Leo. Oh, shit. Okay, it's straight up my... Oh, yeah, I could just go to... You're right. I'll have to comment on it. Here we go.
Darkness surrounds me. Heartbeat is racing. Don't think I'm making it out this time. Fierce eyes are glowing. All my fear is showing. Time is running out. My life is on the line. There's nowhere to go now. Back against the wall. Never thought it would end this way, but screw it. Let's fucking go. This is the world of Neo. It's time to die in the world of Neo. It's death all the time in the world of Neo. Now you're mine in the world of Neo. It's never gonna be alright. Starting to piss me off now. Time to lock in right now. You done beaten me down to the ground for the last fucking time. Now it's my turn now. I got your ass on the run. It's too late to go home now. You're dead, let's fucking go. This is my time now, Neo. We ain't playing
This shit's so good, man. Oh. So good. So good. Yeah, Leo Jimmy made that. It's called Mortal Coil. Inspired by Neo 3. But guys, we got one more thing before we go. I gotta check this out. Oh, I hope I can show this. This is a Red Band trailer. Shit. Ooh. Alright, I'm not gonna risk it. Sorry. I didn't label the stream 18 plus. I wanted to watch the Evil Dead Burn trailer, but they're saying it's Red Band, and I haven't vetted it, so I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm gonna have to check that out on my own time, though. You know what? Maybe there's something else, though. What about, here we go. Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey. Oh, you're welcome, Leo. Yeah, no, I appreciate that you try to make a good-ass song, you know? I can always appreciate that. Did you guys see the trailer for this yet? Bring this up. All right, I haven't seen this yet. Yeah, that looks awesome. What are we thinking? I like it. Yeah. That's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one. Damn. Well, there we go. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up today. Thank you all for... Leo, you want to send one more, bro? Are you got... Well, is it a long one? That's the only thing. Is it a long song or a short one? I could try playing it before we head out. I'm about to wrap it up. If it's long, I could at least try to play a minute or two. But, I do appreciate you guys checking out the stream today. I'm gonna have to retitle it because we didn't cover the PS6 report. I didn't get around to that. We will cover that though soon. You're just coming in as we're about to wrap up. It's 5. All right, well, how about this one, Leo? How about you hold on to that one next stream tomorrow or later this week whenever I'm streaming again? We'll play it at the end. Does that sound good? Yeah, that Odyssey movie looks pretty damn good, dude. Yeah, screw it. Screw it. We're already here.
Almost 30 years appears. Ain't no way this shit was planned. Didn't see it coming then. Now we still here, still stand. Rights, wrongs, that's my motherfucker. My motherfucking brother. From the same universal mother. Can't fight that pull, that gravity got us.
Still right here, ain't drift, ain't fold.
Held that line even when it got cold.
World pulled hard, tried to break that thread.
We just stood in it, meant what we said.
We ain't perfect,
We ain't clean,
seen the worst.
still stayed seen.
Time kept pushing,
We ain't changed. 'cause we're pulled on. Them nights it didn't add up, both standing there like what the fuck. Same pressure hit, just different sides, but we never let it split the spot. Ain't always words, sometimes just knowing. Same look past, same thing showing. No need to fix it, no need to dress, just stand in it, let it rest.
Still right here, ain't drift, ain't fall.
Held that line even when it got cold.
World pulled hard, tried to break that thread.
We just stood in it, meant what we said.
We ain't perfect,
We ain't perfect,
seen the worst.
still stayed clean.
Time kept pushing,
We ain't changed,
held that weight.
stayed in our lane. No script, no act, no front to play. What it is now, what it was that day. Call it bond, call it blood, call it what you want. We don't break just 'cause we're pulled on. People come in, people rotate out, talk big loud, then fade to doubt. We watch that cycle come and go. Same old script, same old show, but we stayed put. Didn't chase that wave, didn't trade real just to feel okay. Let the room move, let the noise get loud. Still stood quiet beneath that crowd.
Years stack up, but the line stayed true.
Ain't about time, it's what you do.
When it bends, when it pulls, when it ain't that clear.
You either hold ground or disappear.
We've been tested,
Hey,
ain't no guess.
oh,
See what breaks.
and what don't stray.
That ain't luck,
That ain't love,
that ain't chance.
that ain't chance.
That's standing still when everything else dead. We ain't perfect,
We ain't perfect,
seen the worst.
still stay seen.
Time kept pushing,
We ain't changed,
held that weight.
stayed in our lane. No script, no act, no front to play. What it is now, what it was that day. Call it bond, call it blood, call it what you want. We don't break just 'cause we're pulled on. Still right here.
Ain't drift,
Ain't drift, ain't fall.
Hey man, that was good. That was good too. That was more symphonic. More symphonic than the Mortal Coil, but I liked it, man. I like that. That's good shit. I'm just like sitting here chilling and vibing, you know? Yeah, I appreciate that, Leo. At some point you got to make one for like, I don't know, some game coming up. Only if you're feeling it though. But yeah, man, thank you so much for sending those, and thank you guys so much for hanging out. I want to give a big shout out to Silent Spartan. He dropped 50 member gifts for you guys today. Silent Spartan, don't know if you're still here or not, man, but thank you so much for the support, bro. I really do appreciate it. You pretty much made the stream members-wise. Anybody who dropped any super chats or direct donations, thank you all so much for that. We're completely fan-funded here. I can only do what I do because you guys make it possible. So shout out to this amazing community. Also want to give a shout out to Devil Shooter, who does the timestamps for the streams. If you guys see him in the comments with those timestamps, show him some love, give him some thanks. I know he appreciates it. Devil Shooter, keep it up, bro. Really, really do appreciate what you do for the channel. And yeah, just hit the like button on your way out. And we should be back here tomorrow. That's my goal. Hopefully I'll be in a little bit less pain tomorrow. I did my best today. I think we did okay. I notice I like can't focus the same when I'm trying to do this while being in pain. Who is that we were playing? Those were some songs that Leo Jimmy made. Yeah, he you can click on his channel. He's got a couple of them on there. But yeah, that's where it came from. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. Let me get back here. Enjoy the rest of your day. I should be back here tomorrow, hopefully, and we'll take it from there. Okay, no GTA trailer 3 today. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next one. Sorry. Until then, take care, everyone. Oh man.